Hey tubers, well, do I have a Frankenstein thing going on here or what? I'm waiting for the batteries to charge up and I have to still put a fuel tank on it, but I figured I'd show you where I was and tell you why, and next time we'll do a cold start on it. Obviously, I need as much battery power as possible. This is a diesel. It was out overnight. I know it's 33 degrees in here now. The diesel itself is probably closer to 20 or 22. I think it was 22 when I came in here. So I got the battery charger, I got my gel pack, and I have the capacitor. That's the capacitor thing there, all hooked up. I went with clear tubing here. And a lot of you guys might say, why are you doing that? That's kind of silly. Well, I want to see when I start it up, if the engine is belching diesel fuel into that thing, into the clear tubing. I'll be able to see it easily. I'll be able to see if it's pressurizing it. Obviously, once I fire it up, I'm going to have to manually give the fan a couple of spins. This thing will not overheat immediately, so I can run it for 30 seconds or a minute. Now on my, I gotta be honest with you, on my tractor, if you're running this thing up and around 25 to 3,500 RPM, it's pretty rock stable. But at an idle, she's a dancy little motor. You know what I mean? She flutters about quite a bit. So I deliberately didn't hook up the fan and put a belt on it, because just in case as I'm trying to turn it over, I'm probably going to be in this area, and I'd rather not have that fan kind of chewing on me. So there's my air intake, and just to show you guys, I got it to the point. You can see I think you guys could see the battery charger is down a little bit. That's probably around the 2 amp point. And just quickly to show you that it will turn over. But it isn't turning over too long before it brings my batteries down. I also want to turn it over a few times. I turned it over by hand. I now just using the charger. By the way, you can see the way the amps went way up on the charger. I'm also trying to turn it over to get the oil to go through it a little bit. I want to make sure that that nothing on there is dry. I'd rather not wipe a bearing because I didn't turn it over a few times. So that's kind of the state it's in now. I have it's up to 34. I got that thing lit up and it's going along. I'm also really happy because I bought a bunch of things for it. This is the muffler that kind of came with it. Well, I bought it from the same seller. He indicated that it was the one that was on it. And it was pretty cheap, as you can see. It's not in very good shape. I think it was like, $10 or something. I also got the pulley that goes on the back of the engine. This goes on the pressure plate. In this box over the time, I picked up this for it. This is a diesel fuel filter. I found some lines, gas tank. I also had in that box was also the starter for this thing. Right, so I found that, bolted it on. This is the better of the two mufflers, so I put that on there. What I have left to do is, first of all, to get up the nerve, because once again, I just think this is going to be dancing and bouncing about quite a lot. Then I have to put diesel fuel into here. I'll pressurize it and bleed it. This is the return. Put that into the top of the tank as the fuel return. Here's the throttle. Yeah, I'm not sure which one is the... I think this is the throttle and this is the governor. They don't seem to be hooked to each other. So, or maybe one of these is the fuel shut off. Maybe that's the fuel shut off. This is the throttle. Yeah, I think that's the way it works. That's the fuel turn off, and this is the throttle. So, yeah, I'm trying to get the nerve up. I am not going to hook up the glow plugs. So, there we are. Yep. This is going to be quite the dancy little motor. It is going to be interesting. I'm given that I'm not hooking up the glow plugs, it's really going to take a lot of battery to turn this thing over. It's probably going to be a bit of a fight. Some people say, well, everybody says, or if you have any common sense, you try to keep the starting fluid away from a diesel, especially one that might have quite a bit of compression, because if you hit it with starting fluid, it might just blow up, literally. Some people say you can use WD-40 as a starting enhancer in it. We'll see if it doesn't want to start on its own, though. So, wish me luck. I know this thing is going to smoke probably like the Dickens. At least that's what I would anticipate, because this thing hasn't been started. I've had it for 10 years, and I haven't started it in my 10 years. Besides that, it's been shipped, across the country and rolled and so forth. So I imagine this is going to be one dirty little starting engine. It's gonna belch some real smoke into this place. Okay, everyone, I hope you enjoyed this. I want to thank everyone for watching and commenting and subscribing. Remember, feet down, heads up, careful out there on the ice, and get out and enjoy each and every day. Bye.